The heat of the desert is where the Sun Devils thrive. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona, Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils and the rich legacy formed by the likes of Frank Kush, Jake the Snake, and Pat Tillman. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. Fair catch called for and made. So Arizona State's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can...
Going for a big play right off the bat. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Quarterback checking off. On second down, he's looking downfield. Gets away. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. And this is not the way they envision the opening drive going, with the 3rd and long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Stanford's offense has the ball for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know...
And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. The 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Arizona State. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable.
Time to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They'll line up for a second down play. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're fine.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by 10 over the Sharks. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crash him down. They've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
They go to the draw. Rommel's ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great sailor. You've got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Working the middle, it's complete. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Brown wants to pass. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man by himself. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to run it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Keeps it on the bootleg. Lets it fly deep downfield. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He shanked it. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Sun Devils. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wide out in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
I love defenses that can gang tackle. How about the defense getting a lot of hats to the football? That receiver's a fast dude. But this defense, they've got a lot of team speed themselves, and they showed it right there.
Brown will throw it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That'll put a smile on the OC's face to get a little breathing room. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Puts him in the spin cycle. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Finds a man on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Looking to pass on second down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Brown wants to pass. Unloads it left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
He's going to pass. He's right on target.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And that one's incomplete. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to get it through the air. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Third and goal from way back there. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can.
And he's running in the open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He'll come out throwing on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback will audible. On second down, wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the ball is intercepted. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. A new set of downs after the completion.
That's a first down for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Brown will throw it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass, bring the blitz. Offensive line was full. He comes flying through there, untouched, gets the sack.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Bringing it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This offense has a second down play. Brown wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got the ball in midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. Open space at the 25. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Off the play fake. Getting some heat. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some outbreaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down in this area of the field, so you got to do something to create separation.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Going to try to get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sit back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The play action fake. Floating away. He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll try the left side. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Morton. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, a 4th down.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds his man enough for the first. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
They'll go to the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Touchdown, Arizona State! And the punishment has been extended. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. East Carolina looked dynamic today in a strong victory there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. They did the little things well, they did the big things well, and well, that's how you win games. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around.
Brings up 2nd down.
Brown will throw it. Got him downfield. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
On the move, he fires. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive.
Going downfield for the big play. He's got it down the right side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Got a man. It's Butler. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Now adjusting. He'll throw one to his right. Got it! We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Running back goes in motion. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now, 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Coming after it. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He caught it! Touchdown, Sun Devils! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And he knocked that one right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Looking deep down the right side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. A 1st down for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He lobs one high down the left side. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go, final play of the game right here. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Bought a little time, lets it go. This time he's got his man. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition